So what I'm going to try to do in the first 2 years I'm in office is to fix the pension problem and end property taxes. And I think there's a way through fiscal restraint that we can pull that off. And I see a real sense on both sides of the aisle to solve problems now. I know the freshmen have all gotten together on both the Democrat and Republican side saying, let's sit down, break bread, and talk to one another and see what we can find that are a common interest instead of that which divides us. So I'm pretty optimistic that we can make some pretty substantive changes in the next 2 years.
My goals are to continue our constituent service at the high level that we had through Representative Payne when he was here, and we want to move through and work with the other side, with the Democrats, and get things done. It's good for Pennsylvania.
My goals are for regulatory reform is my number one goal, is trying to cut through some of the red tape for small businesses and taxpayers in general. Just there's too much. Number two would be the pension reform, trying to get something on the books to start addressing that. And three would be property taxes. You live in central Pennsylvania, you know what we're up against.
Well, as I was campaigning, the one thing that I wanted to do is to take a look at the funding formula for education. And so my key interest is, I'm hoping that I will be assigned to the Education Committee, because I want to find out what that formula is all about, why it was created in the first place, how we can make amendments to that to make it better and more equitable for all of our students across Pennsylvania. So that's my main goal. That's what I want to do. If I can accomplish that, I feel like I have really accomplished it.
First goal is address the pension. It's the biggest problem. It's what I ran on. I'm very interested in wasteful government spending and education reform. All three of those issues are tied together, and I'm looking forward to being sworn in and getting right into the fray of things.
I'm going to, I've been reform-minded, as you know, when I was a member of the House of Representatives. I'd like to continue that. The first package of bills that I'm going to plan on introducing is going to be regarded with welfare reform. Two of the bills I already had passed through the House last session that died in the Senate Health Committee. So I'm hoping to get those back up and running. And also maybe a bill that stiffens penalties on those who commit waste, fraud, and abuse in the welfare system. And maybe EBT cards won't be able to be used for things like gambling and tattoos and strip clubs and things like that. So hopefully combine all those bills into a package, which is something we're working on right now. It hasn't all been ironed out yet, but we're excited about introducing this reform package of bills.
Well, I'm really excited to be here. It's kind of a feeling of awe. It's been a long year. I'm really excited to get into work. That's what it's all about. Some of my goals is I want to see a budget passed on time, and obviously the deficit fixed and what we have here. And obviously there's competing ideas on how to accomplish that. And I believe it's our job to put forward those ideas. But for me, I have a real passion for things like energy infrastructure, Medicaid reform, and those are just some of the issues I'd like to tackle coming in the door. And obviously getting to know the process and how to work with others on the Senate side and how to get things done. It's going to be a learning experience in the beginning, but it's one I'm very excited about.